It is a beautiful early spring day or late winter day here in Coos Bay, and wanted to take a little bit of evidence because it's going to be a lot greener here soon. Here's the new chicken coop we're working on, almost done. Just gotta fix the entryway over there. Gotta cut out the doorway of that. See, we're working on it over there. Yeah, there's a lot of tools and wood. We're cutting it. Gotta wire it in. This end's already in. I don't know if you can see in the light here, but it's got a nice red color on there. Here's another one. This is the one where we gotta cut the door out. You can see I got some markings for where the door is gonna go there. And here's the garden. We got it all planted. There's nothing really popping up in here yet. Oh, you see we got a few strawberries in strawberry patch. Also planted one of the raspberry plants in here. It's already starting to show the first few leaves, that one is. Look at this one too. Little bud on the raspberry plant. There it is. See the sword fern popping up everywhere. Oh, it looks like a blackberry vine I gotta get rid of. Haven't put anything in the hothouses yet. About to plant peppers, red and orange peppers in the hothouse plant. Let's see. There's a compost pile. This is the compost we're using this season. This is the compost we're already getting ready for next season or maybe fall planting. And there's the last few blackberries on this part of the property that I haven't gotten rid of. That's the last stand right there. I'm going to show you the decimation now. There's Tinkle Tat. His name used to be Creamsicle, but Grace can't really say Creamsicle too well. You want to say hi, Tinkle? Say hi. Oh, he's a big fella. He's a wild cat. He's a good cat. Very good cat. He comes when you call him. What cat comes when you call him? Here's the pear tree, showing a whole lot of buds. I had to do some pretty heavy cutting on this thing this winter. Some pruning. Had to go pretty much all out on it because it had been a long time since I think it was properly pruned. So, not expecting too much production this year, but maybe next year. Here's the path up the hill to Uphill Creek. And here's where you can see the decimation here of the blackberries. We've murdered probably a couple hundred yards of blackberries already. This is the wash. We're gonna have to put in gravel and dig up, and that's where the road to the new well is gonna go, right up there. And yeah, you can see the blackberry devastation there. I haven't dug all those rhizomes out, but you can see that was a whole lot of blackberries there. Look at all those rhizomes I got to dig out still. Yep. Last blackberries on this side of the house until you get over to the fence line. You follow me, Tinkle? He's a good kitty. He's a good kitty. Alright, so this kind of like little delta area ends up turning into a more significant creek down here. You can see, I mean, we've just gotten rid of a lot. This was all blackberries 4 months ago. All of it. This is all blackberries. Now it's all wide open, ready for planting. Well, I gotta remove a lot of grass now. I'm not sure what kind of plant that is, but boy are they big and boy are they healthy. It doesn't maybe look that big in the video, but I'm 6'3", and there's a leaf next to my hand. That is not a small hand, and look at the size of that leaf. I mean, that is just huge. Really big plant, and they're all starting to bloom now. See the big stamen on that one. Some of them get this nice yellow flower. I'm sure we'll see some of those. Here's Uphill Creek. There it is coming out of the woods there. And there's another raspberry bush there. And raspberry bushes, boom, 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 all along the creek here. We got rid of all those blackberries. We're going to replace every single one with raspberries, pretty much, instead of the invasive Himalayan blackberry, most evil plant known to man. It really is evil. I mean, look at the thorns all over that. I mean, some of it has much bigger thorns than that too, and it grows like that above ground, and then underground it's just got these crazy network of rhizomes. This is a little tiny one, still, you know, pretty good size, but I pulled out some that were the size of my head. Those blackberry rhizomes are intense to dig out. Here we've got raspberries and garlic and onion. Lots and lots of raspberry and garlic and onion. This whole area, this whole hillside pretty much. There's a raspberry there. None of these ones got any sprouts on them yet, like the one in the garden does. I guess a little compost does make a difference. Oh, there's some buds starting to show up here on this one. Oh yeah, there's some buds on that one too. Never mind. Oh look, I can see the green bud on that one across the creek there. Here comes Tinkle Tat. He's following me out here. He's a really good cat. He's more like a dog. He communicates too. Talking to fella. Follows me around the little farm here. And more raspberries, onions, and garlic. Just a whole ton. Now none of it's really coming up yet. But this is February still, so just a beautiful day today. See, there's what this is what the blackberries look like. I mean, and they were all the way. This whole tree was covered. This tree was half covered. This whole fence line here was all blackberries. This whole hill coming all the way back to the house, all covered in blackberries. This is all blackberries. Up high into all these branches, all blackberries. Those are all gone. Now we got this nice, beautiful little creek back here, and I'm hoping that what's left of the blackberries, you can see those sticks everywhere. Those are all pretty much dead blackberry stalks. We're hoping what's left of that blackberry stalks becomes good mulch, and yeah, here's some of those yellow blooms on that. I don't know if that's skunk cabbage or what that stuff is, but it's certainly a healthy plant, whatever that is. There were some butterflies earlier today when I was out here with the kids. See one flitting around there maybe. Just everything's just starting to come up now in late February here in Allegheny, and before you know it, it's going to be a warm spring, and all this is going to be big tall onions and raspberries here. And that's an Asian pear, I believe. Asian pear will be covered with leaves, and this is an apple. I'll be covered with leaves, and that's a pear over there. Well, those will all be covered with leaves. I'm going to plant a bunch more fruit trees too back here, and probably all along in that field, that whole field, we're going to make into fruit trees. That chicken coop that we're working on is going to be a chicken tractor, so we're going to use that to till that whole field bit by bit, so let the chickens scratch up all the soil, move it over 20 feet, let them do it again. And of course, we're going to get rid of all those blackberries, all those Himalayan blackberries. Just an evil plant. My friend Mike D tried to claim that blackberries weren't some kind of horrific alien invader. I want to get a closer shot of them so you can see. They really are. Little blood red thorns. I mean, and those hurt too, and they're stiff. They are not weak at all. They'll go right through your clothes, right through leather gloves. And this is little skinny ones. I mean, if I get over here deeper in it, you can see, I mean, this is just, compared to my hand here, I mean, it's like razor wire. It's like nature's razor wire. And it just grows. I mean, look how thick it is. And you start cutting it, and the pieces that you cut will release other pieces that you haven't cut yet, and they'll spring out at you and wrap around your back and neck. I got scars on my back and neck from battling this blackberry. I mean, they go for the jugular, literally. I mean, and they're worse underground than they are above ground. I mean, and look at this forest of blackberry here. It was like this all the way up the yard. And it's still like that all the way into the neighbor's yard over there. So, here's the forest back here. This is where the real forest starts here. Just all ferns, and marsh, skunk cabbage. Beautiful myrtlewood trees. There's a couple of good sized ones in here. It's beautiful forest back there. It's going to be all green in another month. Right now it's sticks and sunlight. That's a recipe for a green forest. Creamsicle's not afraid of the blackberry. He's a tough wildcat. So anyway, that's the property in late February. Hoping it's going to look a lot greener than this when we come back to it after St. Patrick's Day in March. There's Uphill Creek. When you're here, it really does feel like it's going uphill, especially going down that way. It really feels like that's going uphill. Of course it's not, but